welcome to part 2 in our YouTube tutorial series on how to write awesome channel descriptions and video descriptions. And we're going to start off with number 7, but before we do, I want to give you a brief explanation of what metadata tags are and what I mean by below the fold. A metadata is your title, description, and tags. This is part of it right here, plus your title and your description. That's all considered metadata. And what I mean by below the fold is when you write your descriptions, after I think your first 2 or 3 sentences is where viewers will see a show more, okay? At that point, that's what I mean by below the fold, because in order to see what else is there, they have to click the show more. So when I say below the fold, that's the area I'm talking about. So let's begin. With 7, you can add your links and metadata below the fold. And, you know, we want you to use that opportunity for your brand, a brief channel description, your social media handles, and relevant product links. And when we say brief channel descriptions, we mean if you do it on your video, you can also put a brief thing underneath, so people remember what it's there for. So you want to do that. Also, you could add more metadata tags to give you more SEO. When you do it, okay, you know, like in the top few sentences, you use your top 3 tags. Your second sentences, you know, your second, well, I would say your third and fourth. Before you get to the metadata, that's when you use the next set. When you're below the fold, then you can use the ones underneath that to add to your SEO. Okay? And then 8 is we're going to talk about optimizing your CTR or your click-through rate, and we're going to go through that right this minute as soon as I get this off so we have it. Okay. Now, for your click-through rate, you want to aim for clickable descriptions that solve real problems. Did you know that 70% of millennial YouTubers use videos to learn new things? Awesome, huh? Keep this in mind whenever you write copy. You know, we're in the age of technology, so now when people want to know things, they Google everything. And in a lot of the Google searches, they'll bring up YouTube videos. So you want to make it to where it's searchable. For an example of this, I'm just going to come up with 2 examples here. If you see 2 videos, one with the title of how to tie a tie quick and simple, and another video title as how to tie a Windsor knot, men's fashions. What one do you think is going to get clicked on? Well, in my opinion, I think the one that's answering my question. If I'm a guy and I need to know how to tie a tie, I'm not going to click on how to do a Windsor knot. I don't even know what a Windsor knot is. I don't know if if it's like a Boy Scout knot or what. I'm going to go on the one that's answering my question. How do I tie a tie? Quick and easy. That's what they mean by if your video can answer a question. How to solve a problem. Your titles have to be descriptive. Your description has to answer how to solve a problem. And your channel description should be give a reason why people need to watch, why they should subscribe to you. Okay? So here you can see this is the impressions and this is my click-through rate. Okay? Now, YouTube's click-through rate is normally 2.0 to 2.5. That's the normal average. You want to be as close to that 2.5 as possible. You can see mine needs some improvement. Okay? So, that's on the click-through rate. Okay? The next thing is you want to offer value. Okay? Always include an obvious value proposition in your descriptions. Why should someone subscribe to your channel? And how will your video benefit them? And we gave you an example of something like that with the click-through rate. People, when they go to videos, they're looking for knowledge or instructions on something. For an example, people should subscribe to my channel because I'm teaching people how to be a better person by seeing with their heart and not their eyes, so that they know if they come across somebody, they have a better understanding of that. Okay? And that's what I aim to do. As far as my videos, they're tutorials. I teach people and I instruct. My channel is about mental health, but it's also about educating. I educate with different mental health series and YouTube tutorials. Okay, so I am answering them questions. Now the next one we're going to go into, as soon as I get there, is we are going to be talking about CTAs, or better known as call to actions. Let me move that there. Okay, so you can see here is my call to action here. It says, if you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, ring my bell, and follow me on my Twitter so you always be up to date when I upload new videos. That's my call to action. Okay? You want to have them in your channel description, like in the About section where mine is, and also on your videos. On your videos, you want to have them, you encourage them to comment, subscribe, like, or read more, you know. And then in your videos, you also want to put in the cards, you know. You want to try to keep them there. So besides doing that, you know, put a playlist on for them to do. Encourage them to watch your playlist by putting that maybe in your cards or your end screen, so that when they're done with that, they click on the playlist and they stay there. That's the point of that. 11, we're going to be going into something I don't normally do, but some people may, and we're going to go over that right now. 11, we're going to be talking about saving time with default descriptions. And to get in there, you go into your YouTube Studio Beta, like I did, go into your settings and bring it down to upload defaults. And click on your first one you'll see is the essentials. And if you're doing the same type of video, that's where you put your title, your video description, and your public, okay? And then click on the save. And then when you do all your videos, all this will be put in there. I don't normally use it because my videos where I cover different mental health series, I want them to be different. So I don't use this, but some people, if they copy and paste, it might be a lot easier for them to use. Just remember though, when you're using the default, try to still keep your stuff as unique as possible, which is going to be number 12. But before we go into 12, I want to show you the next one. So we're going to come out of here and go here. Okay, this is where your tag to go so you don't have to keep searching. I use TubeBuddy for all my tags. I use it for my keywords. I use it for my title. And then I base the description on that. Because you want to make sure that they stay relevant to the video that you're doing. That's why I do not personally use this myself, but it is an option, and I wanted you to know about it. Okay, so that's that. We don't need to go into the advanced, so I'm not going to show you that. So now we're going to go into 12. And what 12 is you want to make your descriptions original. Even if you use the default, you still want to try to keep your descriptions original. Unique descriptions generate better search results than templates do. Plus, they're a lot more interesting for your subscribers. So you don't want to have the same thing over and over, because then they're going to get boring. You want it unique and interesting. So, that's one reason why I don't use it. Okay, default descriptions are a quick way to add contact info and basic metadata to your video. But make sure the rest of your description is fresh every time. 13 is one I don't use. If you do want to use the next one that we're going to go over, which is timestamps, before you do, I would recommend you looking into it and checking with some other people that do use them and see if they're much of a help. Other than that, I can just give you some information about it, but I can't tell you how good it is or not. Okay, with timestamps, people's attention spans are shorter than ever. So adding timestamps to your descriptions can help viewers skip to the content they want. They're especially useful when it comes to long videos like multi-part tutorials or music albums. Now, like I said, I do not use timestamps myself, but you could try to use them. The next thing is use the HTTP or HTTPS semicolon thing. You always want to have that for your links to be active. If you don't put that in your in front of your links, they're not going to be active. People aren't going to be able to click on them. So you always want to have the HTTPS semicolon / in front of all your links. Okay? And then, that way people can see it. Another thing you can do, which is going to be 15, you can test your descriptions on multiple devices to see how it looks. Check and see how the description looks on the phone, the tablet, the computer, the TV. You don't have to, but you can. So this way you can see what people are going to see on theirs. So that's another good tip to do. And we're going to leave it at that. And part 3, we'll be finishing it up. So I hope this tutorial helped you out and gave you some great tips. Let me know in the comments if you think this was helpful or not, or what I could do better to make it better for you. So remember, always see with your heart and not your eyes. And mwah, I love you for you. Bye.